Ms. Toth, in Yahoo, recently you announced that it will be, that you will completely erase IP addresses at the end of its data retention period, rather than just deleting a few numbers of its practice of, as is the practice of a number of your competitors. If you don't need the IP addresses for fraud prevention or anything else, what's the utility in keeping the IP address at all? And why the fractional numbers? Or why don't you just dump it right away?
So our, actually, I think we actually have slides in there of our data retention policy and the process steps that we take. So for the vast majority of our data, at 90 days, we de-identify the data. We apply a 4-step process to remove identifiers.
Okay.
The IP address is one of those identifiers that's stored in the logs. And for us, we completely delete that identifier at 90 days, with the exception of the fraud and abuse systems, which hold it for up to 6 months, and then it's deleted. So we store that data only for as long as we need it for the purposes of providing our services, and then we de-identify the records, and that gets to the IP address. The IP addresses typically, in the context of use, have more to do with customizing a user's experience along the lines of geography, those sorts of things. But it is de-identified and it is removed at 90 days. So
Okay.
does that answer your question?
Good enough.
Okay.
Yeah,